Stan didn't think she'd ever been so tired or chilled in her life. Even though the troopers had moved operations into Emily's living room, warmth eluded her. She had been outside for a long time, since 7 when she'd arrived with Brenna, and it was now nearly 2 in the morning. Still, she was sure the chill of the fall night wasn't the only culprit. Just the thought of Hal Hoffman's lifeless body, weapons still protruding from his chest, lying half submerged in a puddle, was enough to make her shiver, despite the mug of hot apple cider she held. The sweet liquid, prepared to serve to people coming out of the maze, tasted slightly burned after being forgotten in the crock-pot for too long. Hal's body had finally been removed. Pasquale had moved them inside so that job could be done without the family watching. Stan had seen the slow, somber ambulance lights as the vehicle pulled away from the farm. She wondered randomly how the cows were handling all the excitement, or if they'd even noticed. There were only a few people left at this point. Pasquale and Emily had disappeared into the study to talk. Brenna sat on the cozy armchair, her legs curled up under her. She played with her hair, viciously twirling a lock tight around her finger, letting it go, twirling it again. She'd stayed inside with the youngest Hoffman boy after the news had reached her, trying to shield him for as long as possible against his family's grief. Emily's sister Francine sat on the love seat. Clearly a nervous Nellie, she hadn't stopped fidgeting the entire time. Her leg jiggled non-stop, and she picked at her fingernail until Stan wanted to get up and rip the fingernail out. From her seat on the floor with Jake beside her, Stan watched Francine until she thought she would scream. She tried to concentrate on Duncan, sprawled across their feet. Despite not actually being on the farm when Hal's body was found, Jake had remained with them after everyone else had dispersed. Em had seemed comforted by his presence, and he'd been a godsend for Danny. The boy had been trying to be strong for his mom, but deal with his own teenage grief at the same time. Watching Jake with him, just offering support, had melted Stan's heart. Not that she'd ever admit it. Emily and Hal's oldest son, Tyler, who had returned from college a few towns away, sat on the couch. A soft-spoken, gentle boy, he'd finally gotten his little brother Joseph to sleep. Danny had resisted going to bed, but he was curled up on the other side of the couch now, dozing restlessly. Samson had curled up near him, his paws on his young master's leg. There was still one Hoffman son who had not been told. 10-year-old Robert was at a sleepover at a friend's. Neither Emily nor Tyler had the heart or the strength to go get him right now.